One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see a team sitting in the top 5 of the conference standings, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Boilermakers will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Washington's offense will go on the attack first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Boston. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. Line getting set on second down. Gets the back moving. Williams looking for a man. Fires to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Washington sends out the punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. So Purdue's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Just those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. When you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. He'll sneak it. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall there.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, going for it and getting it on 4th down, close to midfield, I think just gave this offense a ton of momentum. I'm curious to see what they're going to do here. Maybe take a shot and see if they can really seize and capitalize on all this good mojo now going their way.
Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. The Boilermakers are flying down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do...
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The Boilermakers will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Right on the money. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Purdue! They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running this route. Great result because of it.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Evans. Got room at the 35. He's loose down the middle. The 20. Touchdown, Husky. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jumpstarts the offense.
Man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. He leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled their last time out. They knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in the ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different...
He's going for the big play. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Boilermakers will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Right back to the well. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. And the Huskies need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Under fire. Got a man. It's Boston. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. Hunt is on its way. Hauls it in, looking for space. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Gives it on the option. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. First play of the period, first down here. Looking downfield on first down. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Unloads it downfield. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
And the Boilermakers line up to punt it away. That first punt was a beauty. They'd take another one just like it. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Using the quick game. There he goes. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. The great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Right back to it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
When receivers are running slant routes against man coverage, sometimes you get open using speed, but sometimes it's pure physicality. This receiver does a great job using his hands, and then he's able to fight his way to the inside. At the end of the day, he just wants...
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Huskies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Williams will pass. Get it out on the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And the Huskies are in a mess here on third and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And here comes the punt team. And you just won't see a more effective punt than that, out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Didn't find much room. He'll pick up a couple out to the 5.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Quarterback running on the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the grab. It's Tuggle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Boilermakers send out the punt unit. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Williams looking for a man. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Balls it in. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Going up top again. Looking down the middle. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on 3rd down brings us to 4th. The Boilermakers will send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Williams will pass. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll... in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, the quarterback wants that throwback, guys. He's thinking to himself, I'm going to drive down the field here in a 2-minute situation. We're going to get the lead. We're going to have the momentum going into the first half, but he got too aggressive, and he should have thrown that one away or eaten it, because now the other team has a chance to score points here at the end of the half.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but ooh, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, running back on the move. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. He's got it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Boilermakers!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down.
It's a seam wide open. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Huskies can really attack on this second and short. Williams looking for a man. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Washington wants to go quickly. To the air on first down. He's got an open man. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Wide open downfield. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. And he quickly clocks it, and they're going to have a good shot at getting points on the board before the break. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. Right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4. Washington ready to kick off to start this second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. The Boilermakers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking for room, it's McCoby. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? They'll try to get it through the air. Quick completion on the out route. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And the Boilermakers come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to run it. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
You want to end a play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick, penetrating the backfield and making something happen.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Boilermakers are moving quickly down the field. The give to the tailback. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. He's brought down the 1, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. The Boilermakers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Wants to throw on first down. Punts it out of the air. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. He caught it! So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these 3rd and shorts, and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Purdue! Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Mahomes will pass. He's moving out of the pocket. Moving past the 25. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. He breaks a tackle. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll move the tight end. Rides to back and leaves it. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Quickly to the tight end. The stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a fourth down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. On his way back from the 20. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. The give to the left. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to control.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. Tries to do it himself on the draw. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So first down will open up the final period. Rides the back on the option, the give. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense, and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the catch. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are.
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man, you go from perfect position of strength. I get to salt this clock away. I get to run this out. I'm going to win to, man, now I got to put my defense back on the field, and anything can happen, right, in football, and you can...
Oh, space. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. Passing game kept his drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake on first down. On target to the left. Finds a crease at the 20. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. They've got him wobbling after that big play now to pay it off on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. From the gun, the running back This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Trying play action. Pocket breaking down. Skips away from pressure. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies. Sometimes you're hesitant to use your quarterback as a runner, not when your quarterback runs like this.
You dang right. I'm going to use him. I'm going to use him early and often. The dude can run so well and make you miss. Do you worry about him getting dinged up throughout a game? Sure, but when you can do things like that, it makes your offense so much stronger.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Motion from the wideout. Williams looking for a man. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Offense in a bunch formation. Looking to throw on first down. Got the quick pass. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Finds the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Washington right back to the line. They'll go up top on second and short. Pulls it in. Touchdown, Huskies. A great catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it out. It's Harris. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Line gets set, first down. They're trying to find some room off right tackle. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. In a perfect world, quarterback hits his last step, turns the ball loose, receiver comes out of the break, ball's there. That's not what happened there.
Because this isn't a perfect world. Because we're going to put a defender on you, mess up that timing where it's not easy breezy, just like you're throwing on air. It's a nice job by the defense disrupting the timing a little bit.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Boilermakers will punt this one away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. First play of the drive comes from the 41. They cut into this lead the last time they had it. And now, here in the 4th, a chance to move on top with a score. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
Well, the ball hasn't hit the ground very often for this guy in this game, right? He's even still, after that incompletion, over 80% throwing, which is key. Because last game he was under 50% on his throws. He went back to work, worked on his fundamentals, and that's really showing up here.
Under fire. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. He wants a big play here late. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. This offense has it with really good field position. Running back searching for a hole. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. As they come to the line on 2nd down, ordinarily you might go up top, but they need to keep this one on the ground, keep that clock winding. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this 3rd down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
Draw play, quarterback keeps it. Swing cut there. They'll knock him down right at the 35-yard line. Still a lot of ground to cover to get to the 1st down marker. Game could be decided right here. Crowd behind this defense on 4th down. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Absolutely perfect. Now, there is a flag down on the play, but when you knock through a field goal from that distance and you're not going to get the 1st down, I think you just keep your points. You must protect the kicker when he's in a defenseless position like that. That penalty is going to give the offense a 1st down. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a